It tastes better than it sounds. It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus issue 221, the second chapter of Rick's story. Cerebus is still stewing over how things ended the prior night with Rick, when he enters the bar and finds Rick waiting for him. Rick apologizes for what he said while drunk, which he says he doesn't remember, an excuse Cerebus has used in the past. Rick encourages Cerebus to cut him off when he's had too much to drink, but does so while sitting there with a stout lime mix he calls his breakfast juice. Cerebus is unable to stay mad, laughing at the concept of a breakfast juice. Soon, Rick reads another passage of Rick's story to Cerebus, involving his emotional breakup with a wise lady named Andrea. When Cerebus is wowed by how great she sounded, Rick reveals that Andrea was actually dumb as a doorknob, and the sage advice her character espoused in the story actually came from his friend Victor Reed. But to get the book published by the Cerebus, he has to make some concessions. Rick wants to see where Cerebus sleeps, and he heads next door to visit it. Cerebus, concerned by how his messy bed could lead to more laughter at his expense, marches over after him, but finds Rick is not in the bunk room, but in the top floor bartender's suite, a fancy place with its own water heater that Cerebus never knew about all the time that he's been there. Cerebus kicks himself mentally over suffering through the cold winters when he could have had his own bedside fireplace. Rick asks what he does for fun around there, and Cerebus excitedly gets to introduce him to 5 Bar Gate. The excitement is short-lived, as Rick's lack of familiarity with the game begins to get on Cerebus's nerves. Rick fails to score, but Cerebus does, and it's game over. But Rick pushes him to keep playing, and in doing so, Cerebus strikes Rick in the arm with the ball. Is Rick's arm broken? And just who is watching them from the nearby cornfield? This is actually a great issue. It has a lot of knowledge to impart concerning beautiful women, and especially writing female characters, which is especially relevant today. And there are a load of great visual gags. I mean, I laughed, I cried, I didn't cry, but I laughed some more. I can never understate the humor in this series. It's one constant throughout. Even in the darkest of times, there's always at least one joke in there. Not to mention the wisdom being imparted in the Rick story section, such as this issue's, moral of never stay with a woman who uses her body to reward and punish you. It's a brilliant observation. Dave Sim gets so much flack for what he says about women, and deservedly so, but when it comes to relationships, I find that he is second to none in the comics medium in dealing with the finer points of them. Next time, this Spud's for you.